morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is November 30th. It is time to get this show on the road. I have been actually laying in bed watching TikTok since about 6 o'clock. But I have got to get up and get this house back together. Part of the problem is I didn't fold up the laundry last week after doing laundry, and it's all over my couch. And I gotta finish getting this kitchen back together after cooking all week. So I'm gonna work on that. And then the painters still haven't finished painting the outside of the building. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with all the stuff that's in my living room and dining room. A good portion of it is the Christmas stuff, so I want to get that put up as soon as possible. So I'm gonna get cracking, and you see the wines back there. I haven't touched those and since September to October. I know the two over here, it's time for them to be bottled, and these four going this way, it's time for them to go through their second filtering. So I need to order bottles for those two, and like I said, I need to go through the second filtering for those four. So I need to get everything together, so let me get busy. But before I get started, I do want to say that this week is not going to be as busy as the last 2 weeks. I'm still on night shift. I'm going to be on night shift for quite some time. Let me show y'all this bull crap. So I ordered a tree skirt. It's supposed to be in like a skirt. In the picture, it looked like it was big enough to go around my tree. So, and it was a cute skirt. I get this bull crap in the mail, and this is what it is. As soon as I saw the package, I was like, this is not going to touch my tree skirt. My tree is a 7-foot tree. I was like, yeah, this is going back. So it's in the pile of stuff that got to go back to Amazon. Thankfully, I got until end of January to get the stuff back. I got some, so that's going back to the UPS store to go back to Amazon. I got some cake boards that were 8-inch and 10-inch, so those are going back. And then I got 2 cable boxes that got to go back to Spectrum that can be dropped off at the UPS store. So I'm pushing my little shopping cart right on around the corner to the UPS store in a couple weeks. Take all this stuff back at the same time, and get all this stuff dropped off. But I did order a new tree skirt. It's actually pretty much better than that skirt, because I wasn't paying $40 for a tree skirt. Yeah, this week is going to be not as crazy as the last 2 weeks. I have no doctor's appointments this week. The only thing I have to do is go to CVS tomorrow and give them my new insurance that kicks in tomorrow for my prescriptions, because who got $5,000 to pay for medication? I don't. And pick all that stuff up. I might have to sit there for a little while they refill everything, because a couple prescriptions, one I think go back on the shelf today, and I think the other one or two go back on the shelf tomorrow. Everything else should remain filled. They just got to rerun it through the insurance. So I'll go over there first thing in the morning so that I can come back and get some rest before I go to work tomorrow night. But other than that, like I said, today I'm getting this house in order, because I don't want to be doing anything but other than that tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get this house together. Good morning. So it is Monday morning now. So yesterday I dug deep and I got a lot of stuff done. I still didn't get everything done, mainly because my ADHD kicked in, and I got hyper focused on certain areas, like mainly my kitchen, and then got into the living room. Mainly my kitchen and my closet. because over the last couple weeks, I let my clothes pile up in baskets and on this chair outside of my closet. And I felt like I needed to get all of those hung up. And then, like I said, my kitchen, I needed to get that back together after doing so much cooking the other day. So I did a really good deep cleaning in there. And then when I got to the living room, I wanted to rearrange some things so I could put my tree up. So I started working on, I'm gonna finish that over the next couple days and finish decorating the house, hopefully by the end of the week. So really what I need to focus on, this area over here, which is these blankets that just need to be folded up, and find places for the rest of this junk, and that dining room table, and the bathroom. The bathroom just needs to be reorganized, and the rest of my bedroom. I gotta put some sheets on the bed, hopefully before I take my nap this afternoon. But right now I am about to take Milo out and then head to the pharmacy to get my $5,000 worth of prescriptions. All right, I'm gonna take y'all with me. All right, I just made it to CVS. Let's see what happens. Hi. I'm doing okay. How about yourself? So I have a couple prescriptions that's ready, and I'll have like 4 prescriptions that went back either yesterday or the day before, because I had to wait until today to come in to get everything because my new, now I don't have $5,000 and my new insurance just kicked in today. Sure. Yeah, so how much those prescriptions cost without insurance? I was like, yeah, that's gonna have to wait until the first.
100 and the 50. Do you need both of those?
No, just whichever one is the newest one.
Welcome to CVS. 100.
Okay.
Okay, so then we'll start at 50 and we'll put back for you.
Yes.
You gotta look at that because that doesn't mean that. The reason I say that you don't know if that 100 is the old one, you see how it says that's a refill? That's the third refill. Whereas if you look down here at this one, that's 00. That's a new script. But they both equal 100 milligrams.
Okay,
See,
take my tablets, 2 tablets by mouth.
Okay. So we need to
Reading is
figure out.
fundamental.
So I mean, honestly, it's probably the 50, but it's really his choice on if you want to take 2 at one time or just one tablet.
Do the 100.
Do the 100?
Yeah.
Okay. Amlodipine and atorvastatin.
Yes.
The Dexcom sensor.
Yes.
And the gabapentin.
Yes.
That's correct. Ready. Looks like we're also working on Jardiance. We haven't gotten our truck yet. So
Okay.
We haven't gotten to fill it.
Okay.
So that one we're still working on.
Okay.
See your setup for text, so just stand by for a message.
Okay.
And then I haven't seen any that were returned to stock. I do see one that's scheduled. The sertraline.
Okay.
But did all those sound accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she lowered the dose on the Manjaro.
What were you taking previously?
10. So she lowered it to 7.5.
Yeah, okay, I do see that in here. The Manjaro, though, we are also waiting for that order to come.
Okay.
But I will add your insurance to 1. And then, does it automatically auto-populate for the others?
You just gotta make sure you.
Well, I mean,
No,
other than the rebills.
No, you gotta apply them to each one.
Okay. I meant like afterwards.
No, like I mean, it's gonna be in the system, but you still have to go in and edit and apply it to everything else.
Ma'am, can we help you with anything?
Oh yeah, I have a flu shot.
Oh, okay. Flu shot. Can I send her to you? You can check in.
I gotta get drugs.
Okay. Just hang out with us for a second.
All you gotta do is just do a print screen, Jay. Hand them back his insurance card and say it's gonna be 15-20 minutes. Do a print. Right, hold on, look. And if you do a print screen, right, you'll know where they all are because it's gonna tell you the number on the screen. And then you can take your time to prioritize for it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't do everything right now at one time. You can get another client. Bounce back a little bit, and if you have a print screen, number on it.
Write down that information like we said, and I'll hand this back to you.
Okay. I think it's 5 total.
Yeah, all I have to grab is the Dexcom now.
And it might be that big bag on the floor behind you. Straight behind you. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, you can step over here. What's your name? Last name?
Maxwell. M-A-X-W.
Did you have an appointment?
Yes, I have.
You said what?
I have for 10 o'clock, so I'm here.
Okay. Oh, you're good. All right, I got you checked in. You can have a seat. You're just getting the flu shot only?
Yes.
Okay.
And just over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then I'm assuming this is your card, like you're the
Yes.
card holder?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to hand that back to you now. Yeah, give us about 15, 20 minutes.
All right, I'm back home now. So after I cut the camera off, they delivered some interesting news. So the interesting news was that the Dexcom was still going to cost me $1,100, and the amlodipine atorvastatin was going to cost me $600. The difference was before the insurance, the Dexcom was $1,200, and the amlodipine atorvastatin was $200. So they was like, yeah, give your insurance a call to see what the difference is, what's going on. So while I was waiting on them, I told them to just break the, I told them to cancel the Dexcom and to, I told them to cancel the Dexcom and the atorvastatin. I told them to break the gabapentin. Was it the gabapentin? I told them to break the losartan down to a 30-day supply, because that was $30. And my budget is so tight right now. It's like, just give me like a 30-day supply on that. The gabapentin is still a 30-day supply, and that was only $5. So I kept that. And then while I waited on them to change everything, it was one other prescription that they were supposed to give me that I think they canceled. While I was waiting on them to make those changes, I called the insurance company, and she couldn't even find my profile in the system. And she told me that because it just started today, that the profile probably hasn't been fully built in their system. So to give it a couple days and check back, and it may be that may be the reason why everything is so expensive. She said that normally the Dexcom is about $75, which we all said that sounds more reasonable. So she told me to check in a couple days on the website and see what it says there, and then I'll go back. So, but now I made quite a few batches of sourdough bread last night, so I'm about to bake that up and see if it turns out better than what the last few batches turned out. Only because I was going to make some sourdough rolls for Thanksgiving, and I didn't, and I had all the sourdough starter that I didn't want to go bad. So, or waste. So, yeah, so I'm about to roll that out. It's been almost 12 hours that they've been sitting around. I got my oven preheating at 450. They have been proofing since, actually I got a couple more hours to proof. It's 11 o'clock. So they've been proofing for almost 12 hours. So I'm about to give them a stretch, and I think I'm gonna try to laminate some like cinnamon and sugar into one and see how that turns out. And I'll show you guys. All right, so I have finished playing around with the dough. It's doing its final rise now, and I've done some more work around the house. I just finally mopped the kitchen, folded up the blankets that was on the end of the couch, and I finally watered my plants that I have been neglecting for the last few weeks. One reason I was procrastinating on watering the plants is because I wanted to make sure I gave them some plant food when I watered them this last time, because I realized I haven't done that in about 6 months. And I noticed that a couple of plants have been thriving with how frequently I've been watering them. So I wanted to make sure I gave them some more water, because a couple of the other plants have been not thriving so much. So I want to see if I can bring them back with some plant food. But with the bread, while I was doing all that, I noticed that what I neglected to do with the first 5 loaves is I didn't laminate the bread. And since I laminated this bread, I can see a difference. It actually is rising this time. So I'm hoping that it gives a better bake. So I made, I had 4 batches. I split one batch in half and made a mini cinnamon cinnamon sugar loaf and a mini Italian herb loaf, and then I made one large of each, and then just a regular loaf. So we're gonna see how all of this turn out. And already, like I said, already I'm seeing a difference in at least the bigger loaves. The smaller loaves are in a bucket that's in the back, so I can't see how they are rising. Um, so definitely have been studying up on sourdough a lot more lately. So I'm hoping that everything turns out a lot better this time, because when I do launch my business, I want to be able to offer more than just cookies, and especially if I go to farmers markets. So we're gonna see how this goes. I want to do my homework, um, but my body is telling me to just rest right now. Um, I've been going so hard the last 6 weeks that when I finally sat down yesterday, I didn't have a full blown migraine, but I definitely had a headache. And it was the first headache I've had since I left my other job. And I think had I not sat down when I did, it probably would have turned to a headache. But I definitely got on top of it. And now that I sat down today, I'm having another headache. And it's in the same place that the migraines normally start. So I'm definitely going to listen, but I do have to get my homework done before 2 a.m. And if I don't do it before I leave the house, I'm going to have to take my computer to work with me, and I don't really want to carry any more weight than I normally do. But I did take my notebooks out of my bag, so um, the computer would just replace the weight of my notebooks. But um, we'll see how I feel. I did do my homework last week from my phone, and it just took a lot longer for me to get it done. But again, we'll see how I feel. Because once this bread is out of the oven, I'm going to bed. Um, but for now, I'm just going to rest. I was going to try to put my feet in the foot massager. But again, that's more work. For now, I'm just going to listen to my body and rest. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, y'all. So I just finished shaving my head and my face in preparation for work. That's after it's waking up from my nap. But let's get into this bread. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3 big loaves and 2 mini loaves. I did cut into the mini loaves and gave them a taste. They actually taste pretty good. They're very dense. Now, of the big loaves, so the 2 mini loaves and the big loaves, I realized a mistake. So with the 2 of the big loaves and the 2 mini loaves, I realized a mistake that I made in that you're supposed to start off at 450 degrees and then turn it down to 400 degrees. And I forgot to do that. However, with the last big loaf, I did do that and I saw a difference. And so I want to cut into that loaf and see what it looks like and see if it's as dense as the other loaves. So let's take a look here. Now when I palpated it, it did not feel, it felt much different. Milo getting a crumb off the floor. And even palpating it now, it feels softer. Cutting into it is softer. Look at that. But it's not done. It's not done. So it could have went a little bit longer. So this still was a fail. Probably needed like another half hour. It looked like it was going to be a really good loaf too. This is the Italian herb. is done. But it's very dense. You can smell the herb, but I think it needs more herb in it. Go heavier on the herb next time. Alright, I gotta get dressed for work. Alright, y'all, so it is Tuesday evening. It is 5:23. I wanted to still be asleep right now, but my body decided otherwise. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some work done. Load this dishwasher up of dishes I made yesterday while making bread. And go from there. That way I'm not creating a whole new mess later this week today. I got about I rolled over at 10. I woke up at 3, so I got about a good 5 hours of sleep today. Tried to go back to sleep around 4. Didn't happen. But I do have some clarity on some things. This year I started a vision week to kick off the year. And I was trying to think about how I was going to go about doing that for 2026. I had planned to do it again in January, but I'm going to go ahead and get that going now. That way my vision for 2026 will be clear and ready to go by the time 2026 get here. So I have a lot of downtime at work. The alarms that they assign me right now to work, or the alarm tabs, I should say, don't have a whole lot of activity on them. So last night I was able to finish my homework and do a lot of cleanup on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to use that downtime wisely over the next couple weeks. And go ahead and get this 2026 vision planned out. Alright, so the rest of this clip was pretty much just me unloading the dishwasher and then loading it back up with the dirty dishes, as well as cleaning off the countertops and the table. Sure you guys don't want to just look at me do this for the next 20-30 minutes. So I sped the clip up to about 4 times speed to get through it a lot faster. But this is how I've been spending these moments where I'm having trouble sleeping. To avoid that, this week I started taking a PM med to help me sleep all the way through my 8-hour periods. Because if you see me at work, I start at 11 o'clock, and by 4 or 5 o'clock, sometimes as early as 2 or 3, I am dead in the water. And yeah, as I get busier at work, I can't have moments like that. So, gotta be able to sleep through my entire 8-hour period. But I did make good use of those sleepless moments last week, or during this week. Alright guys, so it is Wednesday night. Still not getting a full 8 hours of sleep on a work night, so I don't know what's up with that. But I do feel like I got some good rest. Let me see what my energy score is. Alright, so apparently my watch didn't track enough information to calculate energy score today, so I don't know what my energy score is. So I will say I know I definitely could use some more sleep. So with that said, I am going to go ahead and begin to get ready for work because it is 7:14 and I need to be ready to walk out the door in about 35 minutes. One thing I don't have to do is pack a lunch because I didn't eat all my food last night. So we good to go there. I'm going to let Milo out and go ahead and start getting dressed. Alright y'all, I done made it home. It is Friday morning, but I can't go to bed yet. I gotta go to the rental office and get them some money. And they don't open for actually it's not after 9 o'clock. They open now, or they should be, so I can get ready to walk over there. But I done messed around and been talking to somebody on a dating app the last couple days or so. And we have been talking all morning on my way home, and I might have a date Sunday, so we're gonna see. So wish me luck. But let me go over here to this rental office and get this rent paid so I can go to bed. Alright y'all, it is Saturday night. I didn't do nothing today other than clean out my refrigerator, and I hung up a couple more decorations for Christmas, and wash my my blankets that was on my bed because I didn't put sheets on my bed this week. And actually I started washing them yesterday before I went to work, and I forgot to put them in the dryer before I went to work. So when I got home this morning, I found out that they did not spin because they were off balance. So been dealing with that all day. So I just put them in the dryer. So they'll be nice and toasty when I get ready to lay down tonight. Other than that, today has been a pretty relaxing day. Been texting with the individual that I'm supposed to be having a date with tomorrow. So far it does seem like our date is still on track for tomorrow, so we'll see. They're currently, they actually live in Gaffney, South Carolina, so that's about an hour away. And they are currently on vacation up in Virginia. So they're gonna detour down through Charlotte before going back to Gaffney tomorrow. So we can go to either late lunch or dinner before they head home. We'll see. Or we might just hang out around my place. I don't know. We'll see how plans shake out. I suggest that we play it by ear because they have to work 14 hours on Monday. So I don't want me to be the cause of them not being up to par for work on Monday. So especially since I don't have to be at work until 11 o'clock on Monday night. So we're gonna play it by ear tomorrow, see how they feel as they get back to this area. Other than that, I have just a little bit of cleaning to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna take care of that in the morning. I'm gonna decorate my kitchen. The bathroom is clean. I just gotta mop all the floors, some minor stuff because I did a really good job of keeping up with the house this week. I'm gonna focus on my bedroom. Tomorrow's gonna be my bedroom focus. But I am gonna go ahead and wrap up this week's video. My goal over the next couple weeks, because I did a really good job of cleaning up my channel. If you're just tuning in regards to that, over the last couple months, I've been using AI to write descriptions and tags for all of my videos that didn't have description and tags, and I have been seeing some results in that. It's been getting my channel a little bit more attention over the last couple months. So the goal is that by the end of the year, all of my videos have the appropriate video descriptions and tags. The only ones that I'm not doing that for right now is the shorts. I am going to look and see if that is the appropriate thing to do for shorts. And I don't see why it wouldn't help. And we'll go from there. Because doing descriptions and tags for over 400 videos is quite a daunting task. I am down to the last about 45 videos. And I think it's like 1 or 2 videos in that 45 that as of right now I won't be doing it for. I did skip over about a good 10 videos that should have fallen under shorts, and they didn't, because I think at the time that those videos were published, either shorts wasn't quite a thing or they wasn't automatically categorizing videos under 3 minutes as shorts. So as of right now, I skipped over those videos. I may go back and do them once I get caught up on all the other videos, but my main focus is all videos over 3 minutes that were filmed in landscape, to have those descriptions and tags done by the end of the year. So with me being able to do that over the last few nights on third shift has really helped. So next week I'm going to focus on it a little bit more. It might be a little bit harder going forward because the other supervisor will be back, and they're going to try to focus a little bit more on training us. So we'll see. If not, I'll get to it when I get to it. But that's going to be it for now. Also, my task over the next week or so is to get any draft video that I have out to you guys. So I know I have at least 2 wine videos that I filmed in September, and this is going to be, I believe, the 3rd vlog, 2 from November, and then this one going into December that needs to be edited and uploaded. So I have at least 5 videos that needs to be edited and uploaded at this point that I need to get out as soon as possible. I already realize I'm not going to reach my goal of 200 videos for this year, but if I can get as close to 150 or above, that would be great. That would be great. If I am looking at my log of videos, I know I am very close to that. Actually, I'm not as close as I thought. I'm at 1. With the 5 videos, I know that I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's at least 2 more videos, 2 more vlogs. And I probably got time to squeeze. Maybe I can at least get to probably 140. But it's going to require me to get busy. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed, or I'm going to go ahead and close this video out, and I'll be going to bed shortly. But I do want to thank you guys for tuning in, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and be sure to hit that bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.